we're going to be proving that the product of two odd numbers is itself an odd number. Okay, so we're going to start by forming the expression, and we're going to start with our sequence, which is 2n, 2n plus 1, 2n plus 2. So we'll start with 2n minus 1, then we have 2n and 2n plus 1 and 2n plus 2. And that's a sequence of odd and even numbers. Right. It's important to remember that n is any integer. So n is any integer, yeah. And therefore 2n multiplying n by 2 will make it even. Right? So n is odd or even, but when we multiply it by 2, it will be an even integer, and we work with that. Therefore 2n is even, 2n plus 1 is odd, 2n plus 2 is even. Okay, we want two odd numbers, so we choose 2n plus 1 and 2n plus 3. Okay, you could choose 2n and 2n plus 1, it doesn't really matter, but two odd numbers from our sequence. And then we're going to form the expression, we're going to multiply them together. So 2n plus 1 in one bracket, 2n plus 3 in another. If you're stuck with expanding brackets, the examples for that will be linked above. And we will then expand these brackets. So you're going to end up with 4n squared, 6n plus 2n plus 3. I'm going to collect like terms, so I'm going to get 4n squared plus 8n plus 3 because the n's are the same type. And then we're going to factorize. We need to show that this is an odd number, so the factorizing is going to look slightly different. We're going to pick out the first two terms. We're going to factorize them with 2 on the outside, so we're left with 2n squared plus 4n on the inside plus 3 on the outside. Right, now we're going to write our statement. And again, it's going to start in the same way. We're going to say that n is any integer. So if n is any integer, then 2n squared plus 4n will be any integer. If I multiply any integer by 2, that will make that integer even. And if I add 3 to any even number, it will make the result odd. So that will be what we would want to write down, possibly in your own way, but what I've written is just an example of that. So if n is any integer, then 2n squared plus 4n is any integer. Multiplying n by 2 makes it even, adding 3 to any even number makes the result odd.